Hey guys, we'll talk about another book coming out in 2026. Now, a lot of you probably notice what's behind me, and you'll see a lot of Nixon uh, memorabilia. I'm probably one of the few that actually liked the presidency of Richard Nixon. I'm not going to tell you he was a perfect person. I'm not going to tell you that he did or did not engage in Watergate. History will never be clear on that because there are many that don't want his history to be clear on that. I will ask you this. How many other presidents have ordered illegal activities during their presidency? And when they were caught, the media said, oh well. Anyway, I did a book a couple years ago called If. No Vietnam War or Watergate. And it re-examined the presidency of Richard Nixon. The premise of that book was, as many of you know, he was the vice president for Dwight Eisenhower. And Eisenhower had a lot of health issues. Actually, Eisenhower had a cardiac event not long after the 1956 re-election, but before the swearing in. So my premise was, what would have happened if between the election in 56 and the swearing in 57, Eisenhower had died, and then Nixon became the president, because he was still vice president, and he had won re-election as vice president. He would have assumed the presidency in 57. What would have happened if he had been sworn in 57 instead of 69? That 12-year span changed the landscape of America. You had an assassination of a president. You had an escalation of a war. You had the cover-up of an assassination of a president. I argue that none of that would have happened under a Nixon presidency if he had been sworn in 57 instead of 69. Got more to come.